I'm Alex Cornwell and I run the Brighton studio. Before opening Revolution Brighton, I was managing a gym and a small group training class, and then decided to go into one-to-one coaching and teamed up with the Revolution crew and opened up the first ever franchise site. I did a little bit of one-to-one personal training in the gym, not a huge amount because I didn't really like training people in that environment. I always wanted to train people within a studio setting, so Revolution was a big pull for mainly that reason. Obviously, opening a studio and taking that leap to own a place and run it was a big decision. But having met Rob, John and Giuseppe, the originators of Revolution, it made it a bit of a no-brainer. Loved their mentality, loved their ethos, and they'd been there, done it and proven it, and I wanted to prove it at a second site. The guys who started Revolution are amazing, absolutely love them. Their mindset is so different to a big corporate gym. It's much more about the personal feel and actually making people enjoy their training, not just getting great results, but loving doing it at the same time. So that mentality really switched with me, and I wanted to roll with it. Every job's difficult, but if you're willing to put the effort and the energy in and you get a lot back for it, it makes the job a lot easier. If you're loving what you're doing, if you've got passion for what you're doing, you're on the right track. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, don't do it. And for me, helping people get great results, changing their lives and being a part of that is a massive pull. If you're looking to get into the fitness industry and you want to make a real difference in people's lives, but go further than just being a PT on your own, team up with the Revolution guys. You won't regret it. Put the hard yards in and the rewards are amazing.
I had a background in football. I grew up playing football all my life. It was a big part of my life until about 17. Had a really bad injury and then decided to kind of knock it on the head at that level. And then one of my coaches recommended to become a PT. I'd taught kids in schools like PE, football, different kind of sport classes, and this led me into wanting to do something with people and helping people develop. The coach obviously inspired me to go into personal training, so I did it at 18, qualified just after I was 19, and I joined Revolution about a week after I passed out, and 7.5 years later decided to break away and franchise and do my own thing. So I was there for a long time. It kind of wasn't what I had initially planned, but it was a stepping stone, and it ended up being obviously my life.
In terms of sporting background, I played a lot of rugby, tennis and a strange sport called korfball. So I played for the korfball national team. I went to university and studied history and then did a Masters in International Business. Moved down to London, got a job in recruitment, which I did for 6 months, and realised I hated it. I was miserable, and that really put in perspective that I'd much rather do something that I'm passionate about, that I really enjoy. So straight away I was like, I'd much rather become a personal trainer. I'd always been into sport and fitness from a young age, but I'd never really seen that as a career path. As I say, after that job in recruitment, I realised that was something I really wanted to do. Did my 6-week qualification course with Premier, and there was a sort of careers open day where Revolution were there, and straight away I realised that was the company I wanted to work for.
So both of us have come up through Revolution. My first personal training job, Joe's first personal training job when he switched careers. It was just a no-brainer. The team are great, the support is incredible. We believe in the ideology behind what we do here, and it was just an easy decision for us. We opened in January. We hit 100 sessions a week about 6 weeks in, which for a studio is pretty unheard of. I know it hasn't been done as quick as that before in past experiences. And for us that led a lot to both of our determination. We really grafted hard to work to make that number. You know, we're both here every morning, every night, 14 hours a day, but we built up quickly. We knew what we wanted to do, we knew we wanted to get to, and we knew what had to be done for that, and that really was just as simple as that. It's not a difficult route, but it's incredibly hard work, and you know, it's feasible to do, but you just need to really give it some graft.
PT knows in terms of work-life balance, they're quite antisocial hours, so you're going to be starting quite early, finishing quite late. So I start at 6 most mornings and finish about 9, although sometimes I have like a Friday afternoon off. But you're working in such a great team that it doesn't really feel like work. So you know, you're meeting lovely clients, helping them achieve their results, compared to being stuck in an office for 8 hours. Working in the gym here for 14 hours seems like much less work. You're working with really like-minded individuals. There's a lot of social events. You know, we go out on Friday nights. They're long days, but they're fun days. Like I say, it doesn't feel like you're in an office.
My name's Max and I'm director at Revolution Hove. I started working as a PT when I was 20, so 6 years ago. Done that pretty much on and off for probably 3 years. Moved away for a bit and then came back to Brighton as Alex was opening Revolution in Brighton. Worked there for 2.5 years and then opened Revolution in Hove on the 8th of January this year. I enjoy PT, but I wanted a bit more of like management role, and to experience different levels of things. Obviously wanted to expand like business mindset and that as well. So decided to take that step. A lot of help from Revolution up in London. Rob helped a little bit. It's had some good help there. It's gone really well. Couldn't ask for anything more. There's nothing else to it. Just got to give it a go. Not going to know until you try it. Revolution's on the takeover.